Hello folks and welcome to that Screencast. Danny here. In today's video I'm going to be showing you iTunes 11. Now I've just downloaded iTunes 11 for the Mac and I've been pretty impressed with it, so I just wanted to give you my first impressions, kind of an overview of the application and also some tips if you're new to iTunes 11. Now first of all, when I actually launched the application I was really impressed with how quick it opens up. iTunes 10 on my MacBook 2009 used to take ages to open up, so it's just great that this application seems a lot quicker from the start. Now as you can see here, it's changed quite a bit from iTunes 10. First thing what is definitely missing, you notice straight away, is the actual sidebar. So to access all your controls from the previous sidebar, you've got the libraries here to the left side. That's basically all your libraries: music, movies, TV show, etc. To the right side is where you access the store now, and also we've got playlists up here as well. If you've got a device plugged in, you'll get an extra little button here for all your devices you actually got connected. Now if you actually want to get the sidebar back, you can do by just going up to the view and go into show sidebar. As you can see here, you'll get your sidebar back with the playlists, your iTunes, Genius, and also the libraries. As you can see here, some of the controls at the top have now disappeared. But personally, I prefer the actual new look of iTunes 11, so I'm going to hide the sidebar. So when you first launch it, you actually notice it's in this album view. This is how I prefer to actually view music, because I do listen to a lot of albums. But if you want to view just the songs, you can list everything in songs. Let's go back to the album view. So what I like about this album view is if you actually tap on an album, you get this drop down menu giving you the album name, the artist name, also all the tracks on the album, and also you get the album artwork. And as you can see here, it's kind of themed to whatever album you're viewing. So if we go on to the Rihanna album, you can see that changes to white. If we go on to this album, that's more a darker theme. So I really like how it's got its like unique look for each album. So you'll notice in iTunes 11 they've now ditched the ping social network, so that's no longer here. But what I have noticed throughout iTunes 11 that the actual store is more integrated into iTunes overall. So as we can see in this album view, we can actually jump to the store from here and actually view all the other albums and tracks from this particular artist. So we've got Alicia Keys here, and we can see more music from Alicia Keys, which is quite cool. Or we can back to the actual song view, where we can obviously see the songs we own. Now I'll just quickly show you the artist tab. So here we can just basically sort all the artists and we can view them all in alphabetical order, quite handy. Genre, so if you want to actually view different genres, we can do. Playlists, this is how you actually view your playlist. I'll show you in a minute how to create playlists, but this is where you would view all your playlists which you've created. Also we've got radio, which is pretty cool, and also we've got matched if you're someone who uses the iTunes Match service. And finally, we can go to the iTunes Store. And again, they've actually revamped the iTunes Store. And if you're someone who owns an iPad, you'll notice the new store in iTunes is very similar to the iPad App Store. Not a great deal's changed there, so I'll not go into too much detail. But as you can see here, now we've actually gone into the store. The whole top menu bar's changed now. It's all to do with the store. And if you want to go back to your library, there's a library button here at the top, and it goes back to your own library. Now I'm just going to quickly show you how to create playlists. So we can obviously just grab an album to create a playlist, or we can actually grab individual tracks. So I'll just quickly grab an album just to show you. So we grab this album, and as we grab the album, you see the playlist sidebars appeared. We can just drop it into here. As you can see here, we've created a playlist. We can name it if we want to, and just hit done. So now if we go to your playlist, I've created a new playlist here, as you can see. So another feature I like in iTunes 11 is now when you start playing a song, so we'll start playing the Alicia Keys album, we can view the album artwork here at the top, and it also tells us which song's playing. So quite similar to iTunes 10, but now we've got this extra menu here, which is an Up Next menu. And this basically shows you all the songs which are going to play in this playlist or album or whatever it may be, so we can see what's coming up next. But also what we can do is actually change order tracks just by grabbing the songs and moving them, switching order. Also, if we wish, we can actually remove a song from the Up Next menu, so these songs won't actually play, which I'm removing. Also we can actually remove the list if we want to and just play the one song. So the AirPlay feature in iTunes 11 has had a few tweaks and a few little improvements. So if we go to AirPlay, we can see now we can view all our AirPlay devices connected, just like before from what I remember, but now we can actually go to multiple and actually change the actual audio output for them devices which are connected to our iTunes 11. So as we can see here, we've got my computer, so we can change the audio of that. But also if we check the living room, Apple iTV, which I've got in the living room, and we can actually change the audio output for that. So that's pretty cool. You can actually control all the devices from within iTunes 11. So finally, last thing I want to just quickly show you is in the iTunes 11 you can obviously go full screen, which you would expect. So if you kind of live in iTunes and you want it full screen, that's great. But also what you can do is actually go to the minimize player, which is quite useful. So as we can see here, this is the minimize player. It's very small, you can just put it off to the side. If you want to, you can have it to appear on top of all the other windows. So you just go into the menu and actually change that if you wanted to do that. But if you want, you can also check your up next playlist, as it were, and we can do obviously all the controls. So it's really minimal and kind of small, so it doesn't get in the way, which I really like. So probably that's the main kind of features in iTunes 11 what I've discovered so far. If you want to drop a comment below, tell me some of your favourite features or UI redesign you like, then please do. I'll be interested to hear it. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.